Hi, this is Phyllis Care of phylliscare.com and Social Media Manager School. And this episode today is actually kind of sponsored by Social Media Manager School. Just get on our list and you get a whole starter kit. Let's talk about how you create creativity. Some people seem like they're just born with it. They're just very creative. Maybe they have an artistic talent, but that doesn't mean that they're creative. Maybe they're artistically gifted, but maybe they have to work on their creativity. One of my favorite books is Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, and she has this whole section on ideas and how ideas are entities that kind of look for people who are ready to take the idea to fruition. And so Elizabeth talks in this section about how sometimes the ideas are kind of like a shotgun and they go out to lots of people. And it's a well-known kind of idea in the industry. Also in the author arena, it shows up that way. And there are different words for it, and I can't remember what those words are. But it's a thing. If you want to develop creativity, what do you do? And I have a couple ideas for you, and here you go. Number one, don't censor yourself. Your own head should be a safe zone, right? So you sit down and you let ideas flow. The whole idea of a daily journal, or the art journal lady, I can't remember her name either, link in the doobly-doo. Don't censor yourself. Write down, express what you're feeling, learn to doodle. Just learn to not censor things that come through you as interesting ideas. Number two is, now this is going to be really weird, so you're just going to have to hang with me here. And when I first started doing this 20 years ago, it was really uncomfortable. I felt really weird doing it. And then at night when you go to bed, open your arms up and just be open and available to the universe, to the creative thoughts, to the ideas. Just make yourself available, open, and receptive. I remember the same feeling when Twitter came out and I started to be on Twitter and people would follow me, and it was like, why are they following me? It was such a weird sensation to have people follow you. And I had to start doing this exercise again to feel okay with people following me. How weird, right? But that's the way it was back in 2007, I think, 2006. I'll have to go back and check. And then the third thing is really weird, but it works every time, and you know it, is go take a shower. It's a funny thing, but in the shower, all sorts of ideas come up that are brilliant and wonderful. So do things that disconnect you from your normal flow of things. Be open and don't judge yourself and don't censor what your mind comes up with. And if you do this on a regular basis, you will find that you will become much more creative in your life. In Social Media Manager School, we actually have a section on how to build a strategy. Now, the interesting thing is that the technical bits are really easy for someone to learn. They can learn to have a goal, and they can learn how to pick out the type of strategy. There are 4 types of strategies that someone could use. They very easy pick out the tactics, the social media actual tasks that you do, and how you're going to track it. All of that is really upfront and easy to understand. The tricky part is the creativity that goes into that strategy. What are you going to actually do inside of that strategy? And that's where creativity comes in. And that's where people look for that fairy dust unicorn moment that will help them stand out from everyone else. And learning to be more creative makes you a better social media manager. Andrea and I have a super duper school over at socialmediamanagerschool.com. We open up several times a year. We have one coming up probably pretty soon. And if you go over there, and the link is somewhere here, somewhere out and about, then you can get on our email list and we'll let you know exactly when we're open.